एकदम इन्होंने वक्त बदल दिया, जज्बात बदल दिए, जिंदगी बदल दी।
The promotional campaign of Rocky or Rani has generated mixed responses. From the teaser, the scale and opulence of a Karan Johar project was as clear as day, and one wondered, despite the teaser providing little context about the characters, whether this film can provide the family romantic dramas Hindi cinema was known for back in the day. My skepticism was restricted to hoping that in the pursuit of bringing us a larger-than-life canvas, the heart of the storytelling does not get lost. As the makers presumed that Tum Kya Mile has struck a chord with audiences, they decided to release the single, and much like the teaser, polarizing responses appeared. One appreciated the real picturesque locations but found it tough to be fully convinced of the pair and their romantic pairing, despite having magnetic chemistry with one another in Gully Boy. Somehow something was missing. While the criticism out of nowhere transitioned to dismiss the ability of actors as if they haven't already proven themselves in several roles, one hoped for more context to justify several aspects of the film that the audiences were not fully resonating with. And in came the trailer today, and there are a lot of thoughts that I have. Thankfully, however, I am more hopeful than skeptical this time. So let's talk about several aspects we saw, what works and what slightly made me uncomfortable. You also do chime in the comments below of your honest thoughts regarding the trailer of the film. The underwhelming aspects. Shrill dialogue delivery. The trailer literally starts with a bang, and I presume that this is the reunion of characters as they want to resolve matters as they have undergone several conflicts and differences along the journey. While the scene represents a sense of urgency and panic that kicks in because it is a combination of both a reunion and a literal car crash, I understand the urgency of the dialogue delivery by Alia in wanting to make Ranveer shut up, but her delivery is too shrill for my taste. There are moments in Alia's voice modulation through her filmography where it borders on being loud rather than assertive, and especially in the first scene of the trailer, her delivery was something that really stuck out like a sore thumb. I am still to absolutely pinpoint whether the dynamic of both the leads works from a chemistry level because we see so little of them bantering with one another in the trailer. It more or less looks like playful fun than on the surface, and I hope that the film itself offers some depth beyond just being a union between a loud Punjabi and a sophisticated Bengali. The obvious parallels and low-hanging fruit jokes. I think the obvious joke that everyone is going to crack regarding the trailer and the portrayal of characters is that Jaya Bachchan seems to be in her paparazzi captured avatar, where she just seems irritated at the developments around her. We would really have to explore the film to what really annoys her about the relationship of the two leads, but she definitely comes across as the stringent tyrant who is not pleased with the celebrations and merry around her. I wonder whether there will be a scene where this tough exterior gets broken down and she pops a smile or breaks down in tears because her portrayal of Jenny in Kal Ho Na Ho will always remain close to my heart. The last thing, as I nitpicked and wanted to cover everything rather than sugarcoat my assessment, is that the Rabindranath Tagore gag is probably the most easy low-hanging fruit Bengali joke you could have cracked. It's as easy as me in my 29 states and 29 movies video coming to West Bengal and recommending Pathar Panchali to you. So even though I believe Ranveer's dynamic within the Bengali family would account for the funniest moments as the movie gets explored, that was probably the easiest WhatsApp forward joke one could crack. Thankfully, the good outweighs the slight hiccups from the trailer, and even though I believe the movie did reveal a lot of the story, the parallels with Bommarelu are also undeniable, from a spend some time with the family to make them fall in love with you POV. The good. Ranveer shines and there's finally context. Ranveer Singh has been dragged quite a bit ever since the teaser dropped. Everything from his look being deciphered and trolled, his long hair, his diamond studs, all of it getting labelled under the umbrella of Chapri. While we did not have context about his character, we reminisced about the beautiful way in which Shah Rukh Khan in K3G and Kal Ho Na Ho were styled, how the entire ensemble looked in Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, and also wondered how the hero isn't as understated and slick like Ranveer in Ae Dil Hai Mushkil. Thankfully, the trailer makes it clear that this Karan Johar hero is slightly different from what we are usually accustomed to. He might be privileged and filthy rich, but he is representative of new money West Delhi business families who have the purchasing power but lack class and style, precisely the antithesis of an educated Bengali family household. Something that was explored beautifully by Vicky Donor as the Punjabi loudness and magnanimity meets the Bengali sophistication and slightly stuck-up nature. The bling and what can be best termed as jhintak fashion is representative of showing off name brand clothes with as many colors as possible versus having having any concept of color coding or what's in. Think of how Diljit and Badshah looked in the episode of Coffee with Karan, and that's what they're going for with Ranveer's character. It might not be something that we are used to in a Kejo film, but it makes sense from the POV of the character he is playing. I have to say, with the trailer, Ranveer has a bigger imprint of his personality than Alia, and that seems like a redemption in itself of the amount Ranveer has been trolled before the trailer dropped. Comedic punchlines that hit and family dynamic. I can totally see the initial dynamic between the pair working well for the film, as Ranveer is slightly in your face and has no filter. He would meet a rather sophisticated and refined Bengali girl who would take her own sweet time to transition from hesitance to eventually loving his loud Panju quirks. The real comedy will be when the swap between the pair takes place, and I know after my experience of dating a Bengali girl, you never express to the parents that you're apolitical. That's literally calling for self-destruction. A genuinely funny moment as Ranveer's Big Boss bubble bursts. A Puneet Superstar reference probably would have been even funnier. The comedy actually seemed situational, but what they're keeping at bay is the conflict between Alia and Ranveer's family. What leads to their argument where Ranveer shines again with his intensity? Why does Jaya Bachchan have such a problem with this union? And what does Amir Bashir's role signify? All these facets would be interesting to explore, and I hope they really get communicated, because it will be the make or break aspect of this film, whether the family dynamic and the conflict that arises is emotionally engaging or not. I wonder whether you have some theories of what the conflict might be. Let me know in the comments below. The one frame of Dharmendra not wanting the family to break was a slight glimpse of the possibility of this movie really touching an emotional chord with the audience. Genuine curiosity for the album and what its success depends on. I have a genuine interest of what Pritam has cooked up in the rest of the album, as there are some genuine dance tracks that we got hints of from the trailer. I hope they really do deliver, as a key motivating factor for the theatrical viewership will be if the music really strikes a chord with the audience. If the emotional conflict and family dynamic is poorly fleshed out, you can imagine no form of opulence, beauty and scale can help this film. But if it really hits a home run, if Johar and his OG writing from his classic films is still intact, then the sky is the limit for this film. Can Rocky or Rani be another addition to the success stories like Zara Hatke Zara Bachke and Satya Prem Ki Katha? I guess we will have to wait and find out. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the trailer. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.